You're freaking tired of working for someone else where you can't take time off, where notes are more important than the patient, and you just want freaking more than one vacation a year with your family. Well, guess what? How you're going to do that is you're going to actually be able to grow a cash-based practice in 2025 with little to no money to start it. And no, you don't need to go to the bank and take out a bank loan. I'm going to show you today how you can start with as little as $400 to start your business. So let's break it down. Here we go. All right. So first thing, what you need to do, number one, I always get some kind of insurance on. So CM&F, okay? CM&F. For a whole year, it's about $400. So you pay per month when you start out, and that's going to break down to, let's get out a calculator. It should be around, let me see here, divided by 12. Okay, that's going to be around $33, guys, a month. Okay? Now, second thing, go to Amazon. Okay? You're going to order a table. Table is like $99. Okay? Then you're going to order like chuck pads, lube, gloves, lotion. I don't know how to spell lotion, but you know what I mean. All that's probably going to be, I don't know, like $20. It's not much. Okay? $20. Okay. The next thing, you have a computer probably. Okay. So that's number 3. You're just gonna have a computer. That's going to cost you nothing because you should have that. You're going to use Venmo. Okay. To take payment. The computer is going to be for notes. This is for notes. Venmo, and then, consent form. You can text me and I will give you the consent form. Just text me and I'll give it to you. Okay, so 5, text me for consent. Just say, hey, Kelly, can you please give me your consent form? I will send that right over to you. Okay, so all of this is literally how you get started in your business. This is all you need. So when this comes in 2 days, this only takes 2 days. This takes only a day. So literally you can get your business started in 2 days or less. So if y'all need to start making money and y'all are tired of how the job's treating you, guess what? In 2 days or less, you can actually start your cash-based business. And this is the roadmap to do it. No joke. When I started my cash-based business, I had only $400 in my bank account. That's it. And what I did have was freaking grit and hustle. And that's what it took to get me from here to here. And I had over $230,000 in student loan debt. And one day I was like, you know what? I'm quitting. I'm just going to quit. I can't do this anymore. And I did. And the rest is history. And I basically planned out, that's the next step. Okay. So once you text me after consent, you need to plan out, how much do you need a freaking month? How much do you need a month to live? And I'm not talking about like, I think I need this much. No. I need you to calculate it and I need you to go search. So like for me, I used to shop at Whole Foods. Well, no, I had to start shopping at Aldi. And I had to be like, okay, let me go to Walmart and let me see if I can get my fruit at Walmart. Like how much would that actually cost me? And I went there and I would start to add this up. And once I started adding up, I was like, okay, I need $4,000 to pay my student loans, to pay my rent, and to actually like, I could just eat. No vacations, I'm not factoring that in, nothing else extra, just the bare minimum. So for me, it was $4K. For you, it might be something different. So here's the next thing, okay? You have to, number 6, how much do you need to live? So how much do you need to live? Okay, that is huge. How much do you need to live? You have to know that number. So you got to put that number out here. If you need help calculating that, text me. I'll help you figure it out. Just tell me your expenses and I will help you figure that out. Okay? But I need you to know that. So for most of you guys in general, because I've talked to a lot of you guys, it's going to be around 5K that you're going to need to live in these days. Okay. So about 5K that you're going to need. Now, hopefully you got this. Okay. Because I'm about to erase it. So now that I know all this, I have to make this. So now I'm going to work backwards. So let's say I need $5,000 to live. All right, great. So first thing I'm going to do is now I'm going to see how many patients I then need, because I'm going to problem solve this before I go out and start doing it. Now, I'm not going to spend, 5 days trying to figure this out. I'm just going to spend this 15 minutes that you're going to watch this video. This is how we're going to figure it out together. So here we go. So let's say I need $5,000 to live. Okay, $5,000 to live. Now, this is when you got to decide how much you're going to charge. I can tell you in 2025, if you are not charging over $200 per visit, you are not going to make it, and your profit margin is going to be significantly shrinked, and that is not going to help you as a business or be able to grow. You need profit to be able to reinvest in your business to be able then to grow. That's huge. So I highly recommend over 200 per visit if you're doing one-on-one specifically per session. So let's just say I'm going to go 230 because that's kind of an in-between between 200 and 250. So let's say we charge 230 a visit. Okay, 230 a visit. So how many patients do we need to then, let me pull up my phone, to then get that? Let's see. So 5,000 divided by 230. That means we need, so you guys with me? So I did 5,000 divided by 230, which means we need 21 clients, not a week, not a day, 21 clients a month. 21 freaking clients a month, guys. Y'all see this in a day and a half. Okay? So 21 clients a month. Clients a month. So now let's break that down into what does that break it down to weeks? So if we have 4 weeks, okay? So actually kind of 22 because it's like 0.7. So I'm going to do 22, okay? Okay. Now, 22 divided by 4, that means you need to see 5 to 6 clients a week. So that's 5 to 6 clients a week to make 5K. That's it. 5 to 6 clients. That's freaking it. Y'all see more than 5 to 6 clients in a day. This is in a week. Okay? Do some of y'all right now that are listening to this, do you believe that this is for you? Because it is for you. I know this is for you. I'm speaking to you directly because I need you to understand you are worth it. You can freaking do it. This isn't that complicated. I guarantee you right now, if you pull out your phone, there is at least one person on that phone that you can help. That one person could be your 1 to 6 clients a week. And then that one person then can refer you to another patient or client. I know you can do this. You just need my guidance here to help kind of lay this out so that it's super, super clear for you. Okay? Now, so that's what we need to do. So now I know I got to get 5 to 6 clients and I don't stop till I get that. Within 1 month, I had to make 4K. Within 1 month of quitting, just full out quitting my orthopedic job, I made 4K. I said I had to make 4K. It was like $4,010. Like I barely went over the mark. And from then on out, it was like 8K the next month. And it just kept going and skyrocketing. Like it was like a rocket. Because I came with the same intensity of like, oh my God, how am I freaking pay my bills? Now, I'm not saying that's what you should do, but I'm just saying that's what happened to me. Is I kept saying, okay, I got to get clients. And then I got to keep the clients. It's a whole nother video, not this video. This is just how to get started. Okay. Now, remember I told you had to order that table from Amazon? Great. Well, this is what we're going to do. You're going to take that table and you're going to put it in your little car. Okay. This is the wheels. You're going to put it in your car. Table goes right here in the trunk. There's your table. Okay? That's your table. You're going to have Clorox wipes in the back of your car. Let's just act like this was it. I literally would just pull out the Clorox wipes, okay? Pull them out, and then I would just put the table on the floor, and I'd wipe down the freaking table, and then put the table back in the car. Great. So you got a car. Hopefully you got a car, okay? You just start going from house to house. What I did is I brought my iPad. I have it right here. I brought my iPad in my car, and I was trying to call people and schedule people and do all the things. By the way, you don't need an EMR system. You need nothing, none of that right now. You just need clients. That's how you actually have a business. Some of y'all right now think you got to go invest in a cute facility and make it all cute before you even have a client. You don't have a business then. You do not have a business then. You do not have a business until you have clients and repeating clients. Okay? So you put it in the car, and then you go to people's homes. Now, here's what I did, which I think really gave me a lot of confidence. I asked my sister-in-law that I lived by at the time, I said, hey, can I come over to your house and do a practice exam on you so that I know what it feels like? I had a full-on suitcase. You just need a backpack. By the way, I forgot to put a backpack on there. You just need a backpack, okay? I had a suitcase and a full-on massive table. So I'd carry that, and I lived in around DC that time, so I had to go up like down 3 stairs. It was just horrible. Don't recommend that at all, okay? But I brought my backpack, I brought my suitcase and my table over, and I videotaped it. So not only was I getting content of what it would look like for me to come to their home, that's key. People need to see what it would be like to work with you, okay? I also got practice of what it would be like of doing an assessment on her. How would I pull out the papers? She has to sign it in person. Okay, great. I would make a little folder for her. How I would type my notes just out on my computer when I didn't have Wi-Fi at people's homes. Like all this little stuff. How I would pull out my little caboodle and basically show that I was, I had bands and my lotion and all that stuff there that I got from the Container Store. That was huge. That was really, it's like this really cool caboodle that had different layers and you just fold it in and out. That was really helpful. So like all this stuff, I just had to practice it. And I did it one time and it gave me confidence, like, okay, I can do this. So then my first ever real client that I had, I literally had to pull out the table in the middle of her kitchen because in DC, many people have small homes because there's not a lot of room. They just go up. There's narrow and they go up. So I would treat her in her kitchen, do internal exams in her kitchen. And I was just like, all right, this feels like a practical. Let's just do it. And I was uncomfortable at first, but then I got used to it. And then you start going to the next, and it just becomes normal, okay? But y'all need to practice on your friends. And then what you do is when you practice on them without them paying you, because you must give it away for free before people pay you. When you do that specifically, okay, ask for a review. If you're so good like you say you are, then ask for a freaking review, because that review then can go on your website. It can go anywhere and everywhere. So please just say, hey, if I do a good job and you like your treatment today, do you mind leaving me a Google review? Or if you do not have Google set up, by the way, because that's part on your list is going to be to set up your Google. It's called Google My Business, okay? If you don't have that set up, can you just write me an email with a review so that I can put that on my website? Okay, great. Yeah, no problem. Or I can put that on my social media account. Great, no problem. So that is key, okay? And that's really it, guys. That's how you literally start a business with under $400 in your bank account. If you want to be a cash-based PT, OT, chiropractor, whatever you may want to be, any kind of provider, you can literally start a business with under $400 in your bank account. It doesn't take much. It just takes a little bit of courage and someone that has the path and maybe has been along the path that you probably should reach out to, so that you can get help and go from here to here quickly. I can tell you the biggest thing that I see all the time is the people that freaking wait, speed kills them. And the latency, the long time that it freaking takes them, that's what kills their business. And then they don't become successful because they don't know how to go from here to here. And coaches know how to do that. And so that's why I always personally hire a coach, and I highly recommend hiring a coach, even if you can't afford it. I put it on a credit card. I invested $3,000 when I first started. I didn't have $3K. I had $800 in my bank account. I didn't have $3K. So what did I do? Put on a credit card and I said, okay, my back's against the wall. Okay, I got to now get my act into gear. And investing in that $3K made me millions. And I'm not kidding when I say that. Okay, so was that $3K worth it? Yes. Okay, so this is how you guys have to think. You got to change your mindset. You got to change who you are. You got to change your energy. You got to upgrade your entire self. You have to have a glow up, kind of like what my face is doing right now, okay? You have to have a glow up. That is huge. And when you have that glow up, it's game freaking over. All right, guys, if you have any follow-up questions, please text me 703-783-2388. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Bye, guys.